PepsiCo is now laying off workers from its headquarters and the North American snack units.
Beverage giants Coca-Cola and PepsiCo Inc. are under investigation by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission over potential price discrimination.
For decades, PepsiCo has been one of the world's most beloved brands, known for its iconic products like Pepsi Cola, Doritos, and Lay's potato chips. But behind the shiny smiles and catchy slogans, PepsiCo harbors a dark secret, a history of unethical and even criminal behavior. In this shocking exposé, we'll tear away the veil of secrecy and reveal the truth about PepsiCo's darkest secrets. From its exploitation of workers to its environmental destruction, PepsiCo has a lot to hide. But we won't be silenced. Join us as we journey into the darkest corners of PepsiCo's empire and uncover the truth that the company has been trying to keep hidden for all these years. Are you ready to learn the truth? PepsiCo is a big company that makes food and drinks. They sell their stuff in more than 200 countries all around the world. Some of the things they make are Pepsi, Lay's chips, Gatorade, and Quaker Oats. But even though they are famous and do well globally, they've had some problems in the past. These problems show up when they do things that are not right for the company. To really understand how these problems affect people, we need to look at how the company works and what its culture is like. One of the big issues with PepsiCo is that they've been accused of treating their employees unfairly. In 2017, a company linked to PepsiCo had to pay $10.5 million because they were accused of mistreating African American and Hispanic workers. These workers said they were treated badly and not given chances to move up in the company. Also, PepsiCo has been criticized for not having a good system for people to report problems. There were reports that they only had a mailbox where people could send secret tips about bad stuff happening. All of this makes us wonder if PepsiCo really cares about being honest and treating their employees fairly. It's really important to investigate when companies do bad things because it helps make them responsible for what they do. This also helps protect the rights of the people who work for the company and the people who buy their products. When we shine a light on the things PepsiCo has done wrong, we can start to fix the bigger problems that let these things happen. We need to make sure companies like PepsiCo always do the right thing and act fairly in everything they do. As people who buy their products and have a stake in the company's success, we have a duty to ask for honesty and fairness from the companies we support. PepsiCo's actions have caused some big problems related to water, trees, and people. They use a lot of water in their factories, and it's been said that they use up to 3.5 liters of water to make just 1 liter of Pepsi. This takes away a lot of water from places where it's already hard to find clean water. Plus, their factories release stuff that can make the water dirty. They've also been connected to cutting down a lot of trees, especially in places like Indonesia, where they get palm oil for their products. This hurts animals and makes climate change worse because it releases a lot of a gas called carbon dioxide into the air. PepsiCo is also one of the big companies that make most of this gas in the food and drink business. They've tried to do better by using more clean energy and better farming, but some people say it's not enough. PepsiCo's actions have also affected people in the places where they work. They've been accused of treating workers badly, even kids and people who are forced to work. And because they're so big, they can push small farmers and businesses out of the way in some areas. They say they're trying to be better by helping farms and communities, but some folks think they need to do more. All in all, PepsiCo has done things that hurt the environment and people. To make things better for the future, they need to fix these problems. PepsiCo has faced serious accusations of treating workers unfairly in its supply chain. Many nations have reported these issues because workers frequently earn very low wages, sometimes even less than the legal minimum wage in their own countries. This unfair treatment of workers happens more often in places that are still developing, where rules about work are not always followed properly. Many reports have been written about PepsiCo's violations of workers' rights, and they show just how widespread this issue is. Discrimination and harassment are also issues, with some workers facing unfair treatment based on their race, ethnicity, or gender. These poor working conditions don't just break rules about how workers should be treated, but also put their health and safety at risk. PepsiCo's behavior in its supply chain when it comes to workers' rights is a very serious problem. The company needs to accept responsibility for what it has done and take steps to make sure workers in its supply chain are treated fairly and with respect. As consumers, we can also make a difference by speaking out for ethical labor practices and choosing to support companies that treat workers the right way. It's important that everyone plays a role in making sure workers are treated fairly and with dignity. PepsiCo has faced criticism for the way it markets its products to children and young people. Some people say that the company uses things like cartoon characters and bright colors to make their products look appealing to kids, even though these products aren't very healthy. This has raised concerns about how this kind of marketing affects the health of children and whether it influences their eating habits in a bad way. Critics believe that PepsiCo should be held responsible for promoting unhealthy foods to young and vulnerable population. Another issue is that PepsiCo has been accused of making false claims about the healthiness of its products. They use words like natural or low-fat to make their products sound healthier than they really are. But they don't give the full picture of what's inside these products. This has made people worried that consumers might be tricked into thinking these products are better for them than they actually are. This can add to the problem of obesity and other health issues that we're dealing with. PepsiCo has also been criticized for being very aggressive in how it advertises its products. They do things like sponsor sports events, get celebrities to endorse their products, and create big social media campaigns. Critics say that all of this is designed to make people feel like the need to buy PepsiCo's products right away, even if it's not the best choice for their health. This has made people worry that PepsiCo's advertising is making it easier for people to make unhealthy food choices and causing health problems. All in all, the way PepsiCo markets its products has been met with a lot of criticism and debate. From targeting children and young people to making misleading health claims and using aggressive advertising, some people think that PepsiCo is more interested in making money than in helping public health. As more people become aware of these issues, there is more pressure on PepsiCo and other food and drink companies to take responsibility for the way they promote unhealthy products and the role they play in the ongoing public health problems. PepsiCo has taken steps to deal with some of the problems that have been brought to light recently. For example, they've promised to reduce their impact on the environment, and they've started doing things to make that happen, like using more eco-friendly packaging and using less water. They've also said they'll get their palm oil from places that are careful with the environment. These efforts show that they're trying to listen to what people are worried about and take action to fix things. But some people say that PepsiCo might not be doing enough. Back in 2012, they were accused of using palm oil from companies that were cutting down trees illegally and treating workers unfairly. Even though they've promised to do better with palm oil, some critics say they should have acted faster and they could still do more to make sure their supply chain doesn't have any unethical stuff going on. People are also concerned about the plastic bottles they use, and some think PepsiCo could do more to reduce the plastic waste. To sum it up, PepsiCo has been in the spotlight for issues like harming the environment, mistreating workers, and using tricky marketing. The effects of what they do affect local communities, workers, and nature, and we can't ignore that. While they've taken some steps to address these issues, there are still concerns about how they're responding and being accountable. It's crucial to keep companies accountable for their actions and to keep looking into and exposing wrongdoing. As consumers, we have the right to demand transparency and ethical behavior from the company's support. If you like the video, give a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more videos.